You know that feeling when you look at your revenue numbers and they are good, genuinely good, but they've looked roughly the same for the last 3 months and the month before that. You're not losing clients, retention is okay, your team is working really hard. There's no obvious fire to put out, but growth has just stopped. You're doing everything the same way you were when you were growing. The problem is, the things that got you to this point are exactly the things that are keeping you here. This is what I call the $20,000 ceiling. And almost every SEO agency I have ever spoken to has hit it at some point. This video is the diagnosis. I'm going to name the 3 bottlenecks that cause this ceiling. And I'll be direct because some of these might be uncomfortable to hear. The founder bottleneck is exactly what it sounds like. You are the bottleneck. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because the agency was built around your judgment, your relationships, and your ability to get things done. Every important decision routes through you. Every client relationship anchors to you. Every delivery issue escalates to you. When the agency was small, this was a feature. But at a certain size, it becomes a hard ceiling because there are only so many hours in your day. And the honest question to ask yourself is, if I 2 weeks completely off, what would break? The answer tells you exactly where the bottleneck is. Breaking through the founder bottleneck is about systematically documenting and delegating the things only you currently do, and building delivery infrastructure that doesn't require your direct involvement to maintain quality. The second bottleneck is the delivery capacity. And this one is the most common cause of the $20,000 ceiling specifically. An agency grows to 8 or 10 accounts. The team is full and then an 11th client comes in. And instead of a clean expansion, something bends. Response times slow down. Reports go out late. A client asks a question that takes longer than usual to answer. Nothing catastrophic, but the quality degradation is real, and if it continues, clients notice. The delivery bottleneck doesn't announce itself dramatically. It shows up as a slow, invisible quality text on your group. The root cause is the same every time. Delivery capacity is tied to internal headcount. The fix is decoupling delivery from headcount through a well-structured white label partnership. You're not just adding bodies, you're building a system where growth can be absorbed without proportionally increasing complexity. The positioning bottleneck is when your agency is priced, packaged, or perceived in a way that makes it structurally difficult to grow past a certain revenue point. An agency that competes primarily on price will always hit a margin ceiling. An agency that positions itself as a generalist will constantly compete against specialists who command higher fees, attract better fit clients, and retain them longer. If you have hit the $20,000 ceiling and you have genuinely addressed delivery capacity, the next question to ask is, am I the best option to the clients I'm trying to win? Ask yourself, if I stepped away from the agency for 2 weeks completely, what breaks first? Client relationships deteriorate, that means it's a founder bottleneck. Delivery quality drops or timeline slips, it's a delivery bottleneck. Sales pipeline dries up, that's founder or positioning bottleneck. The bottleneck that breaks first is your primary constraint. Fix that one first. Revenue flat, margin flat, or shrinking. That's delivery bottleneck. You're working harder for the same number. Revenue flat, margin healthy, can't close new clients. Positioning or founder bottleneck. The agencies that break through this ceiling consistently do 3 things. They remove themselves from delivery systematically. They document their standards and find delivery partners who operate to those standards without constant oversight. They build delivery infrastructure before they need it, not when they're already at capacity. They get very clear on what they are selling and who is it for. Specific enough that a particular type of client thinks that agency gets exactly what I need. The $20,000 ceiling isn't a talent problem. It's not a market problem. It's a systems problem, and systems can be built. If any part of this video felt uncomfortably familiar, if you recognize your agency in one of those 3 bottlenecks, I want to invite you into a conversation. We've helped agencies go from capped capacity to sustainable growth without the founder having to hire, manage, and train a whole new team from scratch. What I'm offering is a 30-minute call. We'll look at where you are right now, which bottleneck is your primary constraint, and whether the way we work at RankJacker could actually help. No pitch, no deck, just a genuine conversation about your agency's growth and what's actually in the way. Link in the description, questions in the comments. I read everyone. See you in the next one.